What's up guys, it's your boy Chaotic with another Honkai Star Rail video, and today I wanted to kind of share my opinions, my feedback, all the stuff that I've experienced with this game. This isn't going to be a very long video, but I felt the need to share because I did make a little comment and post it on the internet, and I want to give a little bit more context so you guys understand exactly where I'm coming from, all the features that I think could be implemented here, and why they would be very helpful to this game. Also, I see so much potential here. I want to make sure that I provide a lot of feedback to the development team in hopes that they listen to me. At the end of the day, I'm an irrelevant piece of the pie. They probably won't listen to a thing that I say, but in hopes that they do, I want to make sure that this is out here. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like and comment with your thoughts and opinions, as well as subscribe to show support for the growth of this channel. Anyways, let's get it popping. Well, before I even begin with this video, there's something I really do feel the need to say. There are a lot of people that don't like turn-based games, and that's respectfully okay, but don't ruin it for the people that do like it. Don't hop in on their streams, in their communities, and just push your opinion upon them. This game isn't made for you. It's made for the people that do like turn-based games. If you don't want to support the game and you don't want to play the game, you think it's boring, you think it's too bland, the solution is simple. Just don't play it. But for those who do want to play it, well, this video is for you, so hopefully you enjoy it. Now, on the screen, you're going to see a bunch of suggestions that I made and shared with not only the development team, but I also shared them in the Honkai Star Rail community, on Discord, as well as on Twitter, and I even shared it on my own personal Discord channel. And the reason for this is because I want to include all of you on the I guess my opinions and get what you guys think, because the game's not just made for me. It's made for people that like turn-based games. And if we can all come together and provide the most useful batch of feedback, maybe they will actually listen to us. So basically, I'm going to touch on everything that I was thinking when I made this little list. And I want you guys to tell me anything that I've missed or anything that I don't talk about in this video in the comment section below. So please do that. And yeah, let's get started. Well, the very first thing I want to talk about is the turn-based mechanics in the game. I feel like there's a lot of functionality and stuff missing. The heart of this battle system is missing. As for a base model, a concept, this is great. This is something where you give us an idea of the direction you want to go in. But now it's time to flesh it out a little bit more. So the ideas that I presented in my little post were a combo system to help develop the mechanics so it doesn't feel repetitive, and a blocking mechanic that's well timed so it will help a counter mechanic as well. So the way that I think this could work is, well, instead of you picking one attack of one person and then they attack, I feel like maybe you should choose a group of attacks amongst your party, and these group of attacks all work together based off of a few factors. Not only just are you working together within the elements that your characters have, but I think a trust system would also help add on to the mechanics and add something a little bit more innovative to the entire base mechanics of the game. For example, Bronya is an overworlder and Seele is someone who's been underground their entire life. They have absolutely no trust with each other at first, but as the game progresses and as they work together a bit more, you can build this trust within the battle system, allowing them to unlock a lot more combos that work between each other based off the attacks that they choose. And if these combos are effective enough to attack the enemy in a way that will make them more vulnerable, break their shields, whatever the case may be, this could result in some crazy damage amongst the group of enemies. So I feel like this is a system that could be fleshed out a bit more. Of course, my idea isn't the best idea, but it's something that could definitely add more depth to the battle system. And as for the blocking mechanic and the counter mechanic, I feel like this is something that could be utilized within those skill points at the bottom. For example, you could have 4 skill points on the bottom, right? You can sacrifice 2 of those skill points to block an incoming attack that would do devastating damage on your party. And well, you can build up that skill gauge again, but it would take a couple turns before that happens, and it could cost you the entire match if used at the wrong time. So I feel like those systems could add a layer of depth that the game is currently missing. And of course, I want to make sure that I say my idea isn't the best idea out there. I'm pretty sure that someone in the comment section can come up with a better idea than this. And even if I disagree with this, that doesn't necessarily mean that my concept or my idea is law and yours is invalid. It just means that I disagree. I want you guys to add all the ideas that you have in the comment section, because maybe your idea turns out to be better. And regardless if I disagree or not, maybe it's something that MiHoYo might actually want to implement. So please add all of your ideas in the comment section and let's have a discussion. Number 2 on my list is kind of a touchy subject when it comes to gacha games, but that's kind of why I wanted to touch on it, why it's in an early state. Monetization for gacha games are very important to the longevity of how this game continues to be developed, but I kind of feel like this game would serve better if it was less gacha and more of a dedicated store, you know what you're purchasing kind of system. So in this case, I kind of feel like the characters should be 100% farmable, regardless of how strong they are, which ones you want the most, but your options as a free-to-play player would be severely limited by how much you can grind within a month. So within this month, you can do all the content in the story that's available at that current time, as well as all the side events that's also available during that current time. And then you farmed all the amount that you can for this month. And this month would give you at least enough to get one character out of the store that you really freaking want. And that would be it for just that month. And the next month, all of the opportunities for you to farm would come back again. Now, the reason why I think this should be a monthly system is because they're actually telling you what exactly is coming in the store before they do. It wouldn't be a surprise. It wouldn't be, hey, this just popped up in the store and, well, now you want 3 of the characters in the store. No, we're going to tell you which characters are coming. We're going to tell you what they do, what their elements are, everything, so that you can make an educated decision on what you want. And then you can use your Prima Gems or whatever you want to call them in order to make the purchase that you want. Well, now the question lies, how do they make money? And well, this is a very, very simple answer. Cosmetics, skins. This is the easiest way for people to feel like they have a way of customizing their character. And a lot of companies underestimate how many people want to customize their characters. It doesn't matter if these characters are all dedicated characters or you create them yourselves. You want to make sure that you have a layer of customization within every character within the game. And not only skins, I want these skins to have the interchangeability, the ability to take a coat from one skin and glasses from another skin and mix them together. This would add so much customization and uniqueness to many characters within the game. So if MiHoYo made sure that there was enough skins, there was enough clothing, there was enough different pairs of ears and glasses and stuff in the game so that you can customize your character the way that you want to and show it off to all your friends that are on your friends list, or in something that I'm about to talk about in the next point, co-op raids, this would make sure that players actually want to spend money. Now, would this feature would be exclusive to spending money? I think so, yes. This would be something that should be exclusive to spending money because, well, they're giving you your characters for free, so we can't get everything back for free. Maybe introduce some skins for free every now and then, but these would be skins that everyone would have. So everyone would want to make sure that they are unique in some way, and those people that want to spend on the game and support the company would have the option to do so through skins and customization. Next on my list is co-op raids and tiered systems. Now, I touched on exactly what I meant by co-op raids in the post that I put up on Discord and everything, but I didn't really speak on what I meant by tiered systems, and I think this is the missing context on why people think that this will be a forced system and that there'll be a lot of people trolling and stuff like this, so I'm going to elaborate a little bit more. Alright, co-op raids are exactly as they sound. It would be a group of 2 people, each controlling 2 characters each, or 4 people, each controlling 1 character. And the whole purpose of this is to defeat the ultra strong enemy in either as least turns as possible, or with as least deaths as possible. Now, the more efficiently you defeat this boss, well, you have greater rewards. The more people that die, well, your rewards are decreased. And the whole purpose of this is to add a level of teamwork and coordination into the game that obviously isn't there when you play solo mode. So yes, the raid bosses would have a solo mode, so you don't have to pair with other people. This isn't a forced mode that you have to play co-op in. This is something that if you choose to play with your friends, you have the option to do so, and there will be rewards adequate enough for you to be able to play with your friends and feel like it's worth something. This system would utilize a shared skill point system, forcing players to have to communicate. So this is for the people that want an extra layer of communication that is used to games like Final Fantasy XIV, that would like to work as a team and coordinate how to beat bosses. This isn't a forced system. This isn't something you have to do. You could solo the boss, and then you have full control over all 4 characters, and maybe the game will have a extra layer of difficulty for those people. I'm not sure how that would work. My suggestion is simply for co-op raids. It's not necessarily blocking out the possibility for single player raids. Now for the tiered systems, what I mean is that once you hit a specific level in power, you are now grouped with other players at that specific level of power. So if your Himiko is maxed out and you choose to use that Himiko, the boss will be stronger than your average raid boss. So that way it doesn't get easy just because you maxed out your character, but at the same time, other players that are also at your level of skill will be able to pair up with you. All the people that are weaker than you will not be paired with you, so that you don't simply get paired up with someone that doesn't know what they're doing and hasn't played the game and maxed out their characters. And that way you'll know that you're with an experienced player. I understand that adding systems like this is rather difficult and requires a lot of work, but I feel like adding something like this would make the game very, very fun for players that work hard to make sure that their characters are built and they're not getting shafted by players that just don't want to level up their characters or don't level up their characters properly. Yes, you can party up with someone intentionally so that you can help them out, but you also won't be forced to play with someone that's drastically weaker than you. There would also be an account rating system that would allow you to rate other accounts that you've paired up with, so that you don't get paired up with more people that are just trolling just in case someone does happen to slip through the cracks. Now, I do understand that this system can be abused, but it would require a lot of players reporting one account to make sure that you don't get paired up with a bunch of players like this. Now, eventually, this would make sure that all these new players that are just signing in to troll would be grouped up with other trolly players and ruin the experience for each other, instead of ruining for the players that are actually looking for a decent squad to play with. And last but not least, secret bosses and hidden content. Now, this isn't something that's foreign to turn-based games. In fact, every turn-based game that I've ever played in my life has a layer of secret bosses and hidden content that you must search for within the huge world that you have now uncovered after completing the game. Now, you don't necessarily have to complete the game in order to find these things, but it would help your chances of defeating these bosses if you're leveled up adequately. And, well, you won't be able to level up to the right levels and have your characters built the proper way if you haven't completed all the story content. Now, you can do it if you want, but once again, it's best to do it later. Now, the whole purpose of this is to not only add a bit more lore into the game, but also give players who have worked hard to make sure that their characters are built a certain way a bit of a challenge once the game is over, an end game, if you will. And as for lore, when it comes to these secret bosses, the whole purpose of adding lore here is to add validity to why these bosses are in the world. For example, imagine finding a secret Bronya that was never intended to be in this world. They came from a bubble universe or something along those lines. The whole purpose of you trying to defeat this Bronya is to send them back to the universe that they came from, even though I guess lore-wise that doesn't really make any sense, but I'm pretty sure people could come up with a better way of implementing this than I can. But having some sort of lore like that, to where you might find a character that's evil in comparison to the one that you know and love, would actually add a lot of validity and purpose to defeating these secret bosses and finding these secret levels. Hell, imagine finding a secret world that looks similar to a world in another game produced by MiHoYo. This way, you would travel and get to meet characters that you know and love from other games, but you are either the bad guy to them or they are the bad guy to you, and you must defeat them before going back to where you come from. Now, of course, once again, this is just me just coming up with ideas off the top of my head. So I'm pretty sure there's better ways to implement this story-wise, but having a bit of lore there adds a bit of meaning to why you're doing this type of content. But yes, secret bosses, hidden content, extra layers of difficulty in these secret bosses that require you to have the most optimal builds for your characters. Like, this would add so much to the end game as you're waiting for more content within the base game. And that's basically it. I just wanted to specify exactly what I meant by everything that I put in this post, as a lot of it was misunderstood in a lot of comments and wherever I placed it on the internet. Now you have the full context of what I meant and how it would complement the game, why it's going to be in the game. So yeah, I'm hoping that MiHoYo takes some of my advice, or if another player has better advice that touches on these systems and makes it better, hell, I'd rather them go with that idea. I just want to make sure that I'm placing something out there for them to improve this game. And for everyone that's in the turn-based community that likes games like this, I'm pretty sure they can appreciate this too. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and comment with your thoughts and opinions, as well as subscribe to show support for the growth of this channel. Anyways, you all have a fantastic day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay chaotic. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.